Hello, everyone, and welcome to my live stream. I hope you are all doing really well. Happy Friday. For those of you who work Monday through Friday, we made it. We made it, okay? I cannot tell you how excited I am for Friday and how excited I am for the weekend because it is officially Christmas season. We're in holiday season. We've been in holiday season since November, really, but most people say since October, but I say November only because, you know, Thanksgiving and now Christmas is literally around the corner. So if you're doing any Christmas shopping, good luck. Because I don't know what it's like out there and I'm not sure if I'm ready to find out, but good luck to us all. So as the title states, that this is a very random live. I don't have a plan. I just wanted to come live because I know it's been a little while. I had planned to go live yesterday, and I'm just going to talk about the subject of, I think, the week, the Diddy, the Diddy documentary by 50 Cent. Oh my gosh. I don't even know where to begin with that, right? So I got started watching it. I was going to watch it like this weekend, but I just went ahead and just decided to go ahead and start watching it. And oh my gosh, y'all, why no one told me? Okay, but before we get into all that, let me check in because I almost forgot, y'all. How are you doing? How is your day going, your night, your evening, whatever time of day, wherever you are in the world while you're watching the live or the replay? How are you guys? I have been busy preparing and gearing up for something exciting I'm working on, and I'm just praying it becomes fruitful. And I'm I'm not sure if I'm gonna talk about it on this channel or not, but we'll see. Anyway, so um, before I get into the reckoning on Netflix, I needed to figure out what we want to do today, or what I want to do today. Really, I have 3 bills I'm currently working on in my game, so I'm gonna show you guys that. Let me see. I think I have 3. It's either 3 or 4. Who knows? One second, y'all. Let me adjust the volume on my mic real quick. Okay. So hopefully you can hear me a little bit better now. When I was listening to myself and like the playback, it sounds like I'm extremely low, but that could just be because I'm talking kind of low. I'm not sure. Okay, so like I was saying, I have 3, I think 3 or 4 bills going on. Oasis Springs. I have the Slip Shot Mesquite. That's where, what is that guy's name? I can't think of his name, but I knocked his little mobile home down and I built a giant house over top of it. Actually, I remodeled it technically, and then I knocked it down. But I'm going to show you guys this, and I'm going to show you the other 2 bills that I'm working on in the game. And I did not pre-record any of this. I got the thought after the fact, like, dang, I should have pre-recorded, but I didn't. So let me just show you guys these 3, and then I'm gonna pick one of them to kind of continue decorating because they're already built. I just have to decorate them. And so I recently also got business and hobbies. So since I just purchased that, I have been working on a business lot for one of the families that I have in the game. So this is what the house looks like, and I kind of wish I would have filmed it, y'all. Paying attention to this because I had like a family living here until they couldn't afford it anymore. But, and it's like a nice house. This is actually um, not the cabin, but the bill before that one, I believe. This is kind of where I got the idea of doing like round roofs and stuff. So, and just look at the back. I thought of like steps when I did this. So like each of them kind of like step down or step up depending on the direction you're looking at it. I am going to move the sim back in here once that sim has a family, because look at the garden. And it looks like some more stuff is growing over here. So I think I'm also going to do a pool, but I have like a little swing set. Now, this is what it looks like. I have been putting stuff in here and I haven't even finished. Not to mention, there's a dust bunny. And the vacuum. Laundry room. This is the gym. And I think I was going to put an office in here or a playroom. And then I have finished the nursery. This is my bath. And then this is a toddler and small child room. And then I have one room over here, a teen room. And I'm going to do another like room here. And then this is going to be a den, even though it's not needed. Then we've got the garage and this nice eat-in kitchen. And this is the master suite. And the closet, y'all. Look at the closet. I think I did my big one with that one. And then this is the bedroom. Real basic. I know it's kind of dark, but let me jump back in. And I'm just sharing like what builds that I've been working on. So this is stuff that you don't necessarily see me go live on. Usually I go live on like planned out builds. I do have some builds planned, but I'm trying to figure out, do I want to wait on those? Do I want to show you this one? No, I'm gonna save that one for last because it's a big, big one. Let me go to North Haven. So I have a sim that I'm playing with, and this is their house over here. I decided to redo it because I didn't like the way it was set up by the game, because I basically just decorated or remodeled technically the build that came with it. So I decided that I was going to take that build and just basically redo it. Okay, so now we're in North Haven, and this is the lot that my current family is living in. So you're gonna see that these builds kind of look similar to each other. They're not exactly the same though. But I kind of took what I did with this build and brought it over here, and I'm actually gonna knock this down and put something else there. So this is spilled ink, and I know it looks kind of crazy right now, or maybe not, I don't know. But it's pink and black on the outside, and I put a little random car in the back. And now this is a work in progress, you guys. I'm not done with this at all. Then we have like the rooftop deck, and these cool windows. Oh wait, let me show you. Got the solar panels on the top. And then this is the upstairs area, which I'm calling this like the kid area, kid zone. So this is one of the bedrooms. This is getting ready to be the sister's bedroom because it's two girls and their mom. So I'm going to make the older sister here. This is the younger sister's room. And then this is just going to be a random guest room. And of course, this is a little nice TV gaming area. I am extremely proud of the stairs. I feel like I'm getting really good at the stairs. So I was trying to kind of stack them on top of each other, but that didn't exactly work out. There is a trick that you can do to do that, but I'm not actually good at it at this point. But the way that they kind of staggered actually worked out pretty well. So only problem is I can't change this. I may change the color of the stairs. Okay, so this is the second floor. So this is kind of the main level of the house. And so I've got the gym, the living room. Not sure if I want to keep the TV. I'm debating that TV. I've never used it, so I was trying to use some other like things that I've not used in any of my builds before, which is very rare. So this is the mirror and these kind of like burgundy colored couches. This is the master over here. I'm not done with that. In the master bath. Kind of sort of like getting there with that. And then we have this nice eating kitchen. Laundry room, because y'all know I'm infamous. Not infamous, but I am one of those people who put a laundry room in just about every one of her builds. And then we've got the deck area, which I am going to put a table out here. I just have a chair for right now. And I think that's everything for the second floor. And then the business floor, third floor. I saved these rooms to the gallery. They're not like in the public gallery, but they're in my own individual gallery. And then I just brought them over here to basically put them in this bill, because in the other bill, the bathrooms and the like tattoo parlor area were just weird to me. Like, I think about when I'm going into a business, the main floor is in the front and the customer shouldn't have to walk like through everything else just to get to the bathroom. So basically I made little tattoo suites, a lobby area, a nice little area for guests to come and shop at, because I have tables that have things on them. And then the other building, if I could talk, the other building has only one stall in it. So I did 3 stalls in this one. And I think the bathroom turned out nice. And then we have another entryway. Now this entry area is just for the family to come in and out of. Of course, they can go in and out this way as well. And then this is the entry for, or exit for, the customers. And of course, they can come here. And I did some vending machines since it was, a business. I thought about putting them inside, but I don't know. Now, this is definitely a work in progress. I wanted to be kind of like eclectic, like a Mod Podge of just about everything. So, oh, sorry, y'all. I bumped the mic. So that's the way that this is looking. Let me go to the big project. Now, I've been working on this one house for probably about maybe 2 months, I want to say, off and on. So it's a bigger project because it's a mansion. Yeah, De La Soul is where it's at. I hope I'm not like the only one. Like, I don't know if anyone else who builds in the Sim, they just like start your build and then you don't always finish it, or you have like builds in between, like the ones that you film or go live building. Let me see. And of course, there would be someone in there. Now, this build is one that I actually did get from the gallery, and then I just remodeled it. I always tell you guys, like, well, I won't say always, but in the last couple of videos that I shared this house, I stated I would put the link for it if I could find it in the description, and I never found the actual link to it. So I have to remember the builder's name, and I always forget after I say that. So if you don't see it in the description below, that's why. But it's not going to look anything like this. It's definitely going to be similar. I think it was it both garages or one? I really don't remember, y'all. But this house was built on a foundation, and so that's the one thing that I don't necessarily like about it, because I wanted to connect the garages to it, but I could always take on the challenge of rebuilding the whole house, but I don't know. We'll see. So this is the front. Did they steal one of my cars? Oh gosh. One of the little thieves and came and stole one of my cars. But anyway, you can see some of the cars in the garage right there. Of course, rich and famous. Why not? But I really like this lot. And I like the structure of the house. That's the main reason why I went for it. And this, the back. Like, this view is amazing. I've done, as you can see, a good bit of landscaping. There was already landscaping here, but I did change a lot of it out. The windows, like all the exterior is done. This is going to be like a little, I think I'm going to make this into like a little barbecue area, but I'm not 100% sure. I do know I want to do a garden. So I think I'm going to put the garden like back here. My goal was not to have anything obstruct this view, except for the diving board. But, like, look at that. Now, in real, like, this was a real mansion, like, in real life. That's money. That's what you call the money view. I mean, you got your ocean on the other side, a little bit of hills. I mean, why not, right? All right, so let's look at the inside. I did finish the nursery. These rooms are pretty big, so they're very spacious. And I started on this room, but I never finished it. I literally just finished the bathroom, and then I started remodeling the master. And I haven't quite figured out if I want to keep this wall, because the bed was over here, but there's a balcony here. So I changed it around. I'm almost tempted to get rid of this and make this whole section a master suite. But I'm not sure yet. And I added on these two because when you download the house, this is going to be completely open with the exception of the landing area or the bridge area where you're walking through to the other balcony. So I literally just redid that. I am going to be putting in some chairs and stuff here. I'm not sure I'm doing a gaming area up here because I did add some space downstairs. So this is the top floor. Now, the bottom floor. So this is like the theater room. This is an office, and you have like a hallway or pass through. This is the formal living room, which I am still working on. You will see that I place like random things down in the rooms because when I find CC, I always like sit it to the side because I never know if I'm going to need it or when I'm going to need it. And that's always a tip that I have for anyone that is building. Now, the dining room was a challenge, but I love the way that it came out. And in this home, I'm using a lot of like dark tones, especially like in the formal areas of the home. Oh, sorry, I knocked the mic again. But when I say this was a labor of love, this was a labor of love. The chandelier alone took some time to place perfectly, because it is not one piece, it's three separate pieces. So I'm really liking that. And then I, of course, been working on the entryway. The staircases come like this when you get the game. I mean, get the house, not the game. But I've been working on revamping it, and the chandeliers, the mirror. I love the mirror, y'all. It's like one of my favorite new finds. And then over here, another little table area. I'm loving the towels. I don't remember why I did this. Oh, okay. I think I know why. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to walk under, so that's something I have to test. If they can walk under the stairs into the living room. Yeah, that's why I did the little archways there. And then they have all the little accolades and their first checks up here. Really cool. I'm going to be revamping this at some point. And then the kitchen. The kitchen was a challenge because, like, the way things were shaped, if that makes sense. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out. I may need to move this. Yeah. Move that over some. But I made this into a pantry, which I'm not done with yet. And then I also have the seating area here. And then there is the bar, which I need to change the rug. And then I have this really gorgeous kitchen. I cannot remember what set this is. One second, if anyone's interested. Judith Counter, I'm sorry. I want to say this is Taurus Designs. I might be wrong. But it's a mixture of their set and other sets, if you can't tell. And then the bar has like little shelves down here, but I probably won't put anything in there. So, real basic. But this is it's like a really nice set because even the fridge, everything kind of matches. So you've got the microwave here, the fridge, and then this really deluxe stove, and then the dishwasher. So it kind of like matches each other. I know it kind of doesn't look like it over here with the dishwasher, but I'll fix that later. And then of course the cabinets with the glasses, like real nice. Yeah, it takes me forever to like decorate and build houses. If I had to build this house, it probably would take me maybe 4 or 5 videos to get it done. But I do have a little TV over here in the corner. It's just this house is so big. It's weird with like how things are spaced out. So I think what I might eventually do is make this pantry bigger and then kind of bring this wall in so that it doesn't look super huge. Because I didn't want to mess with like the symmetry of the house. Now, downstairs. Whew, this is what downstairs is looking like. Now, originally, when you download the house, all you're going to see is just this part here. So they I think this is the butler's room, and then the bathroom, the laundry, and then the stairs. But I added a sauna. And I'm going to leave it basic. I'm not doing anything crazy in here. Then I added on this little area, just kind of like a miscellaneous area of activities. So like games, the game table, the little spot where they can freshen up, a mic stand, maybe want to practice comedy. I forgot what this is. What is this? Oh, the style board. Got that, the darts, a little painting area, and these are the little trash things. And then the candle making table, a guitar. So really basic. I didn't even finish this room. I literally just started it. So this is the biggest build that I'm working on and the biggest challenge because I have a lot of rooms to go. And not to mention even the outside. I forgot about that. Oh, sorry, y'all. But I got to show you the garages and the cars. There's one garage. And there's the other. I did have another car over here, But apparently, one of the little sim thieves then stole that for whatever reason. It's not like they can drive it, you know. But I have like the ping pong table and like the little playhouse because I think over here is where I wanted to do like the play area. I may change my mind and put a garden on this side because it is big enough. But yeah, those are the three bills that I am currently in the process of decorating. So now I just have to figure out which one do I want to go into for the live, or do I want to start a new one? Probably don't want to start a new one. So maybe I'll finish up the one in North Haven because that one is the one that's almost done. The mansion is going to take time, and the one that's in Oyster Springs is definitely going to take time as well. Not to mention, I forgot, no, it's four bills because I'm also working on Diamond's house because she's moved now. Sad news with her daughter passed away, and so it's just her by herself now. So I'm actually working on that one too. So this build I know is going to take some time. Uh, so I think we'll work on the one for North Haven because I'm pretty much almost done with that one. So why not? So I was sitting up here thinking like that documentary. Oh my gosh, y'all. The internet is buzzing. Like I don't know any of us who thinks that, and I'm gonna say allegedly because I don't want anybody trying to come after me. You know what I'm saying? But most of us already had an inkling when it came down to dating anyway, because y'all know the streets was talking way before now, and now 50 Cent just put it out there. And so one of the things that I know people were like commenting about was how did 50 Cent get the footage? And I know there's a lot of people talking about the fact that they believe he didn't pay, not 50, but Diddy didn't pay the filmographer crew or people, whatever you want to say, that was with him before he was officially convicted. And so it's believed that they said, hey, 50, we got this footage. And he paid them and it landed in his lap. That's what the rumors are. But I don't know. I'm just like, really, y'all, did any of us, I don't care what your race is, whether you follow the music genre, whatever, did any of us really not think what we already thought before seeing the documentary? Like, and you know what I'm saying? Like, that he wasn't guilty of a lot of the things that he's been accused of when it came down to Biggie. I think the biggest shock for people was the correlation between what happened to Biggie and then Tupac, because everyone blamed Suge Knight originally. Everyone was like, oh, Suge Knight, you know, did what he did to Tupac. But Suge Knight always said he didn't. He said he was innocent. And I think he got a bad rap because he already had a really bad reputation. And now I'm like, well, was Suge Knight really that bad? I mean, a lot of people refer to him as a criminal, but was he really as bad as what we thought? You know, I'm not talking about me and you though. I'm talking about the world thought, you know, because we innocent. We don't judge, right? So I don't know. Like that documentary really made me go, hmm. You know how they say things that make you go, hmm? That was that documentary for me. Because I'm just like, how? How did this go on for so long? And it took Cassie to drop the seeds and everyone else just picked it up and said, let's roll. Like even Little Rod, I mean, I'm glad they're, you know, speaking up and stuff, but it's like, how, how did it go unchecked for so long? And everyone's like, well, he been a bad dude. We knew he was a bad dude. I'm like, well, y'all knew this, but why didn't anyone stand up? Why? It took multiple incidences, multiple victims, and now we're here, right? And again, this is all allegedly, because I wasn't there. I just know what, the internet has put out, Netflix has put out. So, but I'm just like, oh my gosh. I don't know. It's like, do you blame the person? Because you really can't blame the victims without looking bad. But there were people who enabled him the whole time. And I think, what was his name? Kirk Burroughs. I appreciate his accountability, though. He was very much like, maybe it was this, maybe it was that. I should have done this. And I can say, I get it. It's not easy sticking up for yourself or sticking up for other people. But one thing that was foul, if you haven't seen the documentary, cover your ears, switch to another program or something, because I'm going to tell it. Okay. So, spoiler alert. So two things that was, well, it was a lot of stuff that was foul, but the one thing that stuck out to me was the fact that he wanted Kirk Burroughs to change the contract that Biggie had signed so that his estate would pay for the funeral. I'm like, seriously? Like, come on. Bruh, you got millions of dollars. You mean to tell me you couldn't pay for that funeral? So, a lot of people are like, everything that we heard in the documentary are things that we had already been hearing, which is true. But they were just told in a different way, and it shined light on what we already knew in a different way. The only thing that I wish is there were more people talking. So there was a girl on TikTok who said, she was like, I need to see some more people in this documentary. Like, there was a lot of people that were missing, and she mentioned Mary J. Blige. She mentioned Farnsworth Bentley, and she mentioned Diddy's sister. Now, a lot of people didn't know that Diddy had a sister, and so once that person, I don't know if it was one person or multiple people, because I see now there are multiple people talking about her. Excuse me. Now there's a whole new conspiracy that that's not his sister, that's his cousin, and his mom is not his mom, it's his aunt. So when I tell you, I feel like almost every other day we learn something new when it comes down to Diddy and the things that this man had going on. I feel like it's just not gonna stop. It's gonna be something like 50 Cent is not letting up. He's like, I want all the smoke. So I feel like we need to hear from Farnsworth Bentley, Mary J. Blige, the sister or whoever she is to him. I would love to have heard from Misa Hilton. I would have loved to hear more from Day 26. The thing with Aubrey shocked me because Aubrey was made to definitely be the villain, and I hate that they made her look like that. But that kind of shocked me with because I had never heard that story before. So let's see who else. I would have loved to see Aubrey and Dawn together, because I heard that they were kind of cordial to each other because they both ended up speaking out, because Aubrey had been speaking out, and then Dawn just started speaking out. So I would have loved to have seen both of them together. Let's see who else. Mary J. Blige, Farnsworth, Misa Hilton, Dawn and Aubrey together, or even separate. I know Dawn probably wasn't going to get on there because her lawsuit is still pending. And then, but for sure, Day 26, because if you notice, they had 3 of the Day 26 members together, and then there was Q, who was separate. Now, if y'all have not heard the story of Q and what, we don't really know everything that transpired with him, but we know something very bad transpired with him when it came down to Diddy and Don. Something happened there. So I would have loved to see, a little bit more of Q, and I would have wanted to hear more of the story because a lot of people don't know. And I think he came out, I forgot what podcast they were on, and he was talking about the fact that he has to now take medication for the rest of his life because of whatever happened. So I really wanted to hear more of that story because in some way he was a victim of something. So that's one story that I would have loved to hear more of. But overall, I think there's mixed feelings about the documentary. There's some people who are glad to see that it's out, and then there are people who are like, I don't know. I don't think I like the way it ended, but I do feel like we need a part 5 through 10 because Diddy has like wronged so many people that I feel like this docu-series can keep going. But I don't know. I don't know if 50's gonna do it, to be honest. I don't put it past him though. But I don't know if he's actually gonna do it though. But yeah, so if you get a chance to watch it, definitely check it out because I promise you, you will be talking about it like everybody else because at this point, we all out here talking about it. So, yeah, definitely watch it. It's a must watch so you can kind of get, I think, a better understanding of what has transpired and what is possibly still going to keep going on. And I don't mean like the behavior, I mean like the things that we really don't know, the secrets that are out there. So, yeah. Anyway, I feel like I've talked enough. Like, I think I talked for just about this whole live, y'all. Normally I do quiet live, so I'm going to just bring up the music and try my best to finish these 2 rooms since I'm putting in Leo Sims or Leo. Hold on for a second. I'm trying to get this. I don't know, like, which bedding is right? I feel like I have to put the mattress on top of the mattress for it to work. Because that's the only thing that looks like it makes sense. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking. I hope you enjoyed the live. Please thumbs up. Please, share if you care. And definitely subscribe because it's free. Because we'll be talking about random stuff on my channel and just relaxing and hanging out. So I hope you really enjoy it. And I'll be back to check in once I'm just about finishing up with where I want to be for the live. Enjoy the music. Okay, so I was having an issue trying to find this wallpaper, y'all. Okay, sorry y'all. I was in mid sentence. And my sound went out. But anyway, I was in the middle of trying to find a specific wallpaper. It goes with this blanket and I have no clue where it is. So I just kind of settled for this one, which I think is still pretty nice. This room is not exactly the way I want it to be because I feel like I need to like rearrange the furniture or take something out. And since this is a guest room, I did not bother putting any dress or anything in there. It's not like it needs it anyway, but really nice and basic. There's a wallpaper I have too that is similar to this one, and I couldn't find that one either. So I will find that most likely off camera. I am going to actually change these stairs because as much as I love the black stairs, they're just not vibing with my floors. And I love these floors and I don't want to change them out. Um, so the only other thing I have left is like the master suite, but I can do that anytime. I'm trying to decide I don't want to put any pattern on these walls. Probably not, but pretty much this is almost done. Like I'm kind of surprised that this build is almost finished. But yeah, this is what it's looking like. And I know it was a very random live and I didn't have much of a plan with where I was going with it. I'm very tempted to stay and just finish out the suite and get the family moved in so I can see the family that I'm actually playing with. But I got stuff to do, y'all. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll come back later on, like for like midnight. I don't know. What do y'all think? Because I have an idea for a new build now. Like I just thought of something that I would like to build since I have Nordhaven in the game. So I don't know. Let me know in the chat or in the comments below if you would like a late night live. Since it's my live after 5 video, I kind of like them the lives after 5 because they kind of reach those who are en route home or already home, and it gives a broader audience because most of the time I'm usually on live very, very late. But I'm tempted to either do another bill later on tonight, like over in the morning, or to just wait till tomorrow because I'm usually live on Saturdays. Um, I'm trying to decide what I want to do. I don't know. We'll see. But I enjoyed our Diddy recap. If you haven't seen The Reckoning on Netflix, take a look. I don't care if you like him or not, like 50 Cent or not. Take a look at it, y'all. It's worth the conversation that is happening all across the U.S. as well as in other countries because there are people who have different takes on it. Hopefully I didn't sound too judgmental because I'm not here to judge anybody, but it definitely opened my eyes and I got to see some things that I didn't see and didn't hear, especially with the footage that a lot of us have never seen before. But take a look at it if you get a chance. I'm not sponsored by Netflix yet. Okay, speaking that into existence. Okay, but I'm not sponsored by them by any means, but if you haven't watched it, definitely take a look at it. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions in the comments below after the video is rendered. Please subscribe. It definitely helps my channel grow. Like the video, share if you care, hype it up if you have any hypes left to hype it up. Hype me up. I hype me up. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. As always, be safe in those streets. Be blessed, and I'll catch you in the next live or pre-recorded video. Bye.